Recently, Lynn Spears did what appeared to be an interview against the rest of her family's wishes. When she took a phone call with a reporter from The New Yorker, she even apologized that she might have to hang up abruptly if other family members walked in and discovered that she was speaking with them. Well, today she has come out full swing, making a new request to the court amid this conservatorship battle. I'm gonna get into all those details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. For 13 years, the 39-year-old superstar has been trying to end this terrible conservatorship that she has been held under. As many of you know, Britney shocked fans by confirming just how awful and unhelpful this control by her father has been. Many fans already knew that something was up, but when Britney explained exactly what had been happening, it enraged the internet, and rightfully so. It also gave the Free Britney movement even more to fight for, knowing that their favorite pop star was most likely going to go back to being locked inside. One statement that keeps sticking with me was when Britney said during her testimony that she just wants her life back, even stating that the conservatorship has done more harm than good. Now, a big step in the right direction here was what Lynn Spears just did for her daughter. Lynn has just recently filed a request with the court asking the judge to allow her daughter for the right to appoint her own attorney, adding that Britney is able to take care of herself and therefore should be allowed to make this decision. I mean, thank you, Mama Spears. Now keep that same energy when Jamie comes running in trying to intercept this brilliant move. Originally, Sam Ingham was appointed to be Britney's representative by the court back in 2008 when this conservatorship came into effect. But that's kind of like getting in trouble at school and then the teacher appoints the class pet to defend you. And I'm not talking about the gecko in that little glass container. Terrarium? Is that the name of it? Either way, Ingham has reportedly requested to resign from this position right after Britney spoke with the courts and told them that she was never aware that she could actually make a request even to end the conservatorship, which feels like something that should have been explained to her by, oh, I don't know, her court-appointed attorney. Now going back to Lynn though, she filed on Wednesday describing her daughter's testimony as very courageous and asked the judge to listen to the wishes of her daughter. In her request she said, "Petitioner Lynn Spears, interested party and mother of the conservatee, hereby petitions this court to listen to the wishes of her daughter and as first step respectfully request an order granting permission to the conservatee to hire her own private legal counsel." Lynn also went on to further explain just how much has changed in these last 13 years. Her daughter is in an entirely different place right now and is more than capable of taking care of herself. She continues in her petition by saying, "To earn this money, Britney has had to perform in front of millions of people, has had to manage hundreds of performances, has had to use her artistic and creative talents to prepare for shows by choreographing each and every move for and interacting with many co-performers, and has had to rehearse and perform for many thousands of hours over the years. In addition to that, Britney's mental capacity is certainly different today than it was in 2008, and therefore she should not be held to that 2008 standard where she was found to not have the capacity to retain her own counsel." Imagine 13 years later and people are still treating you the way that you were back then. It has to be extremely frustrating. As far as we know, the next court hearing for this case though has been scheduled for July 14th, so hopefully this helps move Britney closer to achieving the freedom that she deserves.
In light of all the drama surrounding Britney Spears' conservatorship, her longtime manager has decided to quit working with her. Now I got all the details of why he quit and his thoughts on the conservatorship coming up on I.O. I'm Mackenzie and make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Larry Rudolph, who has represented Britney for most of her 25-year career, has now decided to step down as her manager. The news was shared in a letter that was written to Britney's co-conservators, her father Jamie, and her attorney Jody Montgomery. He cited Britney's desire to retire from the industry as the reason for his decision. The letter was first published by Deadline, and it says in part, quote, "I was originally hired at Britney's request to help manage and assist her with her career. And as her manager, I believe it is in Britney's best interest for me to resign from her team as my professional services are no longer needed." He continued that he got word from Britney that day that she is officially looking to retire and feels that he's no longer needed on her team. He also made a point to distance himself from the conservatorship, writing, quote, "I have never been a part of the conservatorship nor its operations, so I'm not privy to many of the details." Rudolph has been with Britney for most of her career. The only times he's taken a break from managing her was during 2007 and 2008, when she had her public breakdown and the conservatorship was first put into effect. He came back once she was well to guide her comeback and secure her a lucrative Las Vegas residency. Rudolph also took a break managing Britney in May of 2019 when she decided to stop her Las Vegas residency. At the time, he told Variety that she was taking time away to care for herself and her father, who was ill at the time. Adding at that time, quote, "She's putting herself ahead of everyone else, and I'm proud of her for that. If she never works again, she never works again." Continuing that he just wants her to be happy. Rudolph manages many successful artists, including Steven Tyler and Aerosmith. Pitbull and Kim Petras. He ended the letter by stating that he would be there for her if she ever needed his services again, and that he was incredibly proud of what they accomplished together. This comes as the latest shakeup in her team. Recently, Bessemer Trust, a wealth management group, requested to be removed as co-conservator of her estate following her explosive testimony to the court. The company shared the role of managing her estate with her father, Jamie. If this is approved, it would leave Jamie in sole control over her estate and attorney Jody Montgomery as conservator of her person. So that's all for the updates, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think her manager is doing the right thing here and just really wants the best for her? Or do you think that he's been quietly benefiting from the conservatorship for years and recently he just didn't want to take the heat for, all the recent pushback? Let me know below. Britney Spears recently told the world her true feelings about living under a conservatorship, and many were shocked to see that her statements to the court were vastly different than the ones on her Instagram. And today we're going to be breaking down the post where we believe Britney was trying to send her fans messages about her actual feelings. I'm Mackenzie, and let's get into the top 10 Britney Spears social media posts that worried fans. And at number 10, responding to documentary. After the explosive documentary framing Britney Spears was released, many fans were dying to hear Britney's opinion on the doc. For weeks, Britney didn't say anything publicly until she posted a long statement to her Instagram on May 3rd. Britney posted a compilation video of her dancing along with a long statement condemning the documentary. She wrote in part that the documentary was hypocritical and said the documentary, quote, criticized the media and then did the same thing. She also said that she hated that the documentary brought up negative and traumatizing memories from her past. Then she changed the subject and started talking about the future, including a koi pond she wanted to make at her house. The post was incredibly strange, and after reading it, fans were certain that Britney did not write the statement herself. There were also a lot of rumors that she didn't have any control over her social media posts. Recently, it was actually revealed that that was true, and anything that was posted on her Instagram was approved by a social media firm. And at number 9, creepy baby post. Most of the posts on Britney's Instagram are of herself dancing, pictures of her and her family, or quotes of text. So it was very strange when Britney decided to post a creepy photo of a woman holding a skeleton. The caption on that post read, quote, devil is in the details. Wouldn't want this baby to hit me one more time. The lyrics are of course referencing her hit song, Baby One More Time. Many fans in the comments quickly pointed out how odd the post was and figured she was trying to send her fans a message. People in the comments were asking if she was okay, asking what the post meant, and saying that there was no way Britney herself posted it. We may never know what it means, but it's definitely concerning. And at number 8, cryptic quote. Britney posts quotes often on her Instagram feed, but fans started looking further into one of Britney's posts and felt that it was a cry for help. The quote read, quote, normalize starting over as many times as you need. Then she wrote in the caption, quote, kinda where I'm at the moment. Working on some amazing gourmet food in the kitchen, I just can't get the sauce right. Many fans felt the quote implied that she wanted to start over and be able to have a new type of life once the restrictions on her are lifted. Fans responded in support of the statement. One fan wrote, quote, we are waiting for your comeback, queen. Another said, quote, you're gonna get your life back. And at number 7, yellow shirt. Britney stirred up a lot of attention after she wore a yellow shirt in a video she posted to TikTok. The video was posted in May of 2020 when many fans had just learned that she was living this restricted life. In the previous video, fans were asking Britney to signal if she needed help. Many fans commented telling her to wear yellow in her next video if she did need help. And what do you know? She ended up wearing yellow in the next video that she posted to TikTok. Some fans felt this was a clear signal, others felt this was just a reach and it was only a coincidence that she decided to wear yellow that day. However, the comment asking Britney to wear yellow was the top comment on her last TikTok at that point, so it doesn't really seem like a coincidence. And at number 6, daisies. Britney sometimes shares photos of flowers that she picks in her garden that her fans love to see, but one photo she took of some daisies had fans worried. The photo was from July of 2020, and someone else took a photo of her holding 3 daisies in her hands. In the photo, her nails are extremely chipped, potentially showing that her nails are being neglected. It also showed that she potentially has been chipping her own nails because of extreme stress and anxiety. Many fans commented pointing out the nails, saying it's proof nobody is caring for her and that nobody is doing a good job of taking care of her. This all made sense about a year later when Spears told her judge that she had been denied any spa services amid the COVID-19 pandemic, even though other people had been receiving it. And at number 5, Hans Zatska. Following along from the last point, To make things even creepier, the same day that Britney posted the photo of her holding the daisies, she also posted a photo of a painting by artist Hans Zatzka, who was known for painting pseudonyms so that he would avoid penalties for sharing messages. Many fans seemed to get the message, including Jersey Shore star Nicole Snooki Polizzi, who commented, quote, "The purpose of Zatzka's vast array of pseudonyms was to avoid penalties of breaking contracts. Britney," with Snooki clearly realizing Britney's reason for posting Zatzka. Many of the comments were concerned, but many took the message as Britney is afraid to speak out because if she does, she will be breaking the terms of her conservatorship, which could get her in legal trouble. And at number 4, black eye. In one photo that was uploaded to Britney's Instagram, people thought she had a black eye. The photo was of Britney looking straight into the camera, and the makeup around her eyes was smudged black. However, if you looked further at her left eye, it looked like the black makeup might have been trying to hide a black eye, because the left eye looks a lot more black and swollen than the other. I'm saying her left. One concerned comment read, quote, "Something is wrong. She's a black eye, and someone is clearly taking her picture from above, meaning they are taller and it looks like she's in a red room." Other comments just simply tagged the FBI to look into it. And at number 3, flowers. This is another picture of flowers, but this time the photo itself was not dissected, but rather the caption. The photo was posted May 18th of 2020, and it showed a bouquet of yellow and purple flowers. The caption was kind of strange and read, quote, "Saw these from 20 yards away and was too lazy to get off my raft in the pool, but then I got closer and closer to the edge and I had to get out." And even though at first glance the caption doesn't seem that alarming, many fans zeroed in on the "get out" that's at the end of the caption, potentially referencing the movie where a man is trapped by a family, or just simply meaning that she needs to get out of wherever she is. One person wrote, quote, "She has to get out." Look at how she emphasized on this, "oh my god, Brit." And at number 2, she wore red. After the internet went wild with speculation following Britney wearing yellow in one of her TikToks, the internet asked Britney to wear red in the next video if she felt she was in danger. Then on May 11th, 6 days after the request was made, it was the top comment on her videos, "She wore red." The video was a workout video with her boyfriend, so many thought it was kind of odd to have a red workout top, meaning it was worn intentionally. One comment read, quote, "Look at her, look at the camera crying out for help at the end when they're jumping together facing one another. This isn't a joke or a game." And lastly, number 1, another statement. After many people doubted Britney's first statement on the documentary about her, she decided to post another one. Or should I say her team decided to post another statement on her behalf. The post was a video of her dancing, which is incredibly common on her Instagram feed. But the long caption took more shots at the documentary. In the beginning of the caption, Britney reflects on how she's been judged her whole life and she needs dancing and performing to keep her alive. But then the caption quickly changes tune and reads, quote, "I've always been so judged, insulted, and embarrassed by the media, and I still am till this day. I didn't watch the documentary, but from what I did see of it, I was embarrassed by the light they put me in. I cried for 2 weeks, and well, I still cry sometimes." So this post was very clearly taking aim against the documentary, trying to convince fans that it was not accurate, and the documentary painted her as a weak victim, when according to this post, that's not the case. However, now that we were able to hear from Britney herself, it's clear that she is a victim that needs help from the law to be freed from her father. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. But before I go, I'm going to shout out some comments from my video on secret celebrity pregnancies. Kendra says, "Amber knows she is screwed and is hoping the baby will change people's minds or that it will keep her out of jail. Moms get locked up all the time, honey, and no one sees you any different. We are all now worried and feel sorry for that baby." I mean, I don't want to think this sinisterly, but it is also Amber Heard, so there's always a feeling that there's an agenda with whatever she's doing. Really, I just pray for that baby so much. And I said I absolutely wish Amber Heard's daughter well, but I don't wish Amber herself well. That's probably how I should have said it in the last video. Definitely wishing her daughter well. I really pray for her daughter, seriously. No, I don't wish well for Amber, but I wish well for her as a mother. Like, I just hope she's actually a good mother for the sake of the baby. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I will catch you on the next one.